First off, the Zords on display there, I see all the way up to it looks like
Yeah. Wild
that's Wild
Force.
Force.
It's out of sequence though, because and isn't that one Time Force?
That is
Yeah,
Time
Time Force,
Force.
Wild Force, Mighty Morphin.
That's Turbo.
I think that one's Turbo, and then that one
Zeo.
Zio.
Yeah,
Okay.
yo, yo. Because personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, look, I love. Did y'all remember Magna Defender? He was a whole his own
Yeah.
Zord. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then you know what I'm saying. On top of that, he never combined with the other Zords, so he was like his own package. You know what I'm saying? Unto
Well,
himself. You know what I mean?
and his Zord that demonstrated the physics-defying ability to hold a portal open. Like that confused me so bad. Like it's made out of metal. It's a giant robot, and a portal is like an ephemeral thing. It's not like a wall that's falling down. And he's just like, "Let me hold this portal open. Everybody, quick escape!" Like I don't know how he did that.
'Cause, yeah, he's the only one that we've seen do some like dimension defying, you know what I'm saying, feats, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Literally a ray that turns the ranger into an entire walking robot, you know what I'm saying? Because like again,
yeah,
the only other versions of this we've had is maybe when the bad alien rangers and or the was it psycho rangers and those other clay rangers got turned into like, you know,
yeah,
kaiju or whatever. We haven't had
yeah. But
like kaiju
the psych,
Ultraman Rangers, you know what I mean?
yeah, the Psycho Rangers are like monster of the week style monsters. Though when they show them outside their ranger uniforms, they're like the classic "make my monster grow."
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them. Um, But then yeah, you got the Mystic Force where they become the Zords, that level of like what are the implications? What are the real world implications of you are the Zord? That sounds dangerous.
Oh, even further implications. Let's go on ahead with that quagmire. Like I'm weirded out by the fact that they're like they've said multiple times that like especially from like Lost Galaxy and stuff that like the Zords have their own sentience, and it's not just these. It's like as far back as like Tyrannosaurus Rex is, you know what I'm saying? When the Thunderzord process happened, did they transition to forgetting their old identity as a T-Rex? Like, you know what I
Well, and
mean?
all a lot of times Zords that it's implied that they're sentient get killed. Like they definitely imply that the Mighty Morphin Zords are sentient. Like that first time that they like fake out like they kill them and they fall into the lava crevice or
Yeah,
whatever. And it's like really sad. They're like, "Roar," as they're falling down into the lava. That very heavily is like, oh no, the Zords, they're animals, they're in pain, and then they legit get blown up later with they, overload while they're fighting Rito. I mean, that's when they're the Thunder Zords, but like still. So I'm like, okay. So Kimberly's reaction of like, she's like, hold me back, like that is an adequate reaction to, a robot you've known for many years dying in front of you.
like your pet, or would they be? That's fucked up to say. Like your horse is your colleague. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah. It kind of depends on the level. I feel like definitely the Wild Zords seem like they're a little bit more sentient, less pet, more partner.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think what other ones they imply. I mean, a lot of the dinosaur ones, like Dino Charge, they talk about them being sad or like they need help because they're sick or whatever, and you're like, okay. So you're just gonna ride these guys into battle and let them get blown up? That's fine. That's humane.
a Dino Thunder, like again, every dinosaur. When my daughter and I had this conversation, she's like, what's your favorite mech one?" She's like, "Man, that one that travels through time and Time Force or whatever is kind of like has his literal own personality and has to literally be like, I need to meet an asshole." Who's far more asshole than I could ever be, and then they bonded, they trauma bonded on a level, you know what I'm saying? That's just like so deep. And Eric came back, he's like, look, I found a friend. And then they just like immediately, you know what I'm saying? Like my daughter was like, every dinosaur one though is obviously living. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
few of these are just like just die. I mean, again, literally Eric and his quantum best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. His taming him was like, get over here. Oh dang, I like him.
It's been a minute since I watched Time Force. I just remember him putting his hand in the thing and getting the morpher, but yeah, he did have to, like, tame the Q-Rex, didn't he?
That it was
Like
traveling roguely through time, and the other rangers were like, yo, have you been noticing this thing blipping in and out of time or whatever? And that was like their side quest. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, new whip, let me go and get that. And then he just literally pulls up
mhm.
and is like, you, and he's like, hey, and they just immediately, you know what I'm saying? They're like
Yeah.
trying to wheel him in. Same thing with Dino again. Was going to Dino Thunder with Trent and the freaking that and the
Yeah.
Stegosaurus.
He just, like, walks by and he's like, "Oh, this my morpher now."
Casually, just casually, like, "Ooh, look, I like this," and then people getting rejected. Was it Mesogog? That whole episode was trying to get the thing to bond with them,
Yeah.
and it went
Yeah.
do crap. And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh man, look at the oh," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like hits with the Omnitrix.
Don't get too close to it.
Yeah,
That's Man, that season's so funny when, like, that's how the first 3 get theirs too. They literally just walk up and steal them from Tommy's lab, and then Tommy's like, "You didn't choose them, they chose you," and I'm like, "Have you tried to bond these with other people?" It seems really suspicious that, like, 3 teenagers just broke into your place, picked up some rocks, and now they're Power Rangers, and there's nothing you can do to undo that because 'cause they're, like, chosen.
there are
But
lab cameras and alarms, and you've demonstrated that you have a good security apparatus. Was it chosen for science? Maybe, like, I'm saying, you can just
ew.
say Doctor Oliver. I'm still suspect of that PhD, Doctor Oliver, but I'm going to go with the people who accredited you and believe then these children were science, were data. That's apprehensible because there's a whole other scientist there that literally looked like she was frothing at the mouth to be a ranger. Like that whole
Yeah.
season felt like a reverse Billy. Like Billy would be like if Billy could say like, "Oh, I'd be back out there," but this hip, you know what I'm saying? These,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like she was like, I just, give me a dinosaur. Like she, you know what I'm saying? She was like on the cusp of like
Yeah.
hacking the grid and be like, yeah, so this is mine now. You know what I mean?
Haley's one of the ones where I'm like, we need a mentors like reunion season where they go on an adventure together and get to be a new Ranger team, like Dr. K, Haley. Um, I mean, I guess like I'd love if RJ and Kendall went with them, but they both already got to be Rangers. But like, there's a whole bunch of people who seem qualified that just kind of like take a back seat during the show, and you're like, I want to see these guys do their own thing.
Think about the like Wheelzord. I think of art. I was always the kid in my friend group that had Artillatron or like the White Tiger, any supplemental side shit, right? Like a dude would be like, I just got the Rescue Megazords. I'm like, hey, guess who just got the turbine laser and all the like, you know what I'm saying? All the accessories,
Mhm.
like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it feels weirder that those like Titanus, those are the most sentient. Those are obviously like Titanus literally had a
Mhm.
screening process to be like, look, I know y'all got those slingshots, but I don't mean nothing, bro. I'll still swing on y'all, bro. Who are y'all? You know what I'm saying? And they had a whole, they got in a fight. Like Tommy and Jason got in a whole fight on a mountain over it. And then they're like, hey, man, we should just like turn that on him. And he's like, what do you say fuck me for? And then they, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they literally, like, was it basically pressure Titanus? And like, all right, whatever, I'll help y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like they tamed him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They didn't come through and were like, oh boy, new ordinance from Zordon or whatever. It was like, no, we had to like roll for charisma. All right, he's not
Yeah.
buying that. I need you to roll again at advantage this time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Roll animal handling.
all right, husbandry. Did you get? Oh, okay. Yeah, like
I don't know if it shows up on the screen. I'm Beauty Baba Yaga. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Lemonade, bunch of other things. I have Linktree attached to all those. Please go subscribe to my YouTube. I make lore videos, and I'm a huge Power Rangers nerd.